Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Danny from CatchForChrist.net, and today we're going to be memorizing Matthew 27:29. As always, we'll be using the Scripture Typer Bible Memory System app that I highly recommend. Please see the first video on this playlist for a more in-depth tutorial on how I like to use this app. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. I'm just going to go to My Verses and search for the app that has already been added to my library. When you're adding verses to your library, you can choose different translations, and I usually choose the NIV, but if you use a different translation, that's okay. They have most of the more popular ones. So we're going to start the three-step process. The first step is typing it, and you're going to essentially type the first word of the first letter of each word, and the word should change from gray to black. And then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand. Then they knelt in front of him and mocked him. "Hail, King of the Jews," they said. Matthew 27:29. You'll do that step at least 3 times. The second step, you're going to memorize it, in which they take away half the words, and now you're essentially filling in the blanks. And then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand. Then they knelt in front of him and mocked him. "Hail, King of the Jews," they said. Matthew 27:29. You'll do that step at least 3 times. And the last step, as you can imagine, you're going to be typing the entire verse from memory, only typing the first letter of each word. And then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand. Then they knelt in front of him and mocked him. "Hail, King of the Jews," they said. Matthew 27:29. Now, once you reach 100% accuracy, I suggest that you try to get it at least 2 more times. So 3 times total at 100% accuracy. I think it'll really go a long way in helping you retain and recall the verse in the future. And I think it's always important to recite the verse as you're typing it. If you're anything like me, you'll start to hear your own voice in your head, and that can be really helpful. And it's always helpful and important to read verses in their original context. So for more context on Matthew, please see the video, or please see the link in the description below the video. And thank you for watching this memorization tutorial on Matthew 27:29. This is Danny from CatchForChrist.net. Have a great day, and God bless.